Hey everybody, I'm Christy Jordan, southernplate.com, and I've been wanting to sit down to a chat with video with you for some time, but I just haven't been able to. I haven't been at home or haven't had a room clear that I could have a video and just visit with you in, or I've just been, busy, or it seems like every day that I have time to chat with you is a day that I didn't have time to fix my hair or, you know, excuse me. I'm doing a lot of baseball caps lately. And I know y'all don't mind that. But anyway, I just made time this morning to sit down and chat with you. I'm not going to answer questions today. I do have a long list of excellent questions that y'all have sent in to the question email. So thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. And when I get to those, they will be very informative and helpful. And so thank you for that. Real quick, there's just a few things I'm just going to talk about today, just kind of what I've been up to stuff. Real quick though, this weekend, I believe, is the deadline for the Make Your Grandma Famous recipe contest. And let me tell you a little bit about that. What I'm doing is I'm basically running it's called a contest, where you submit recipes. It does not have to be your grandmother's recipe. Grandmother, grandfather, mother, father, neighbor, aunt, somebody, uncle, somebody who is important in your life, that maybe you have a story to tell about them. And a special recipe from them. And I'm going to look through these I have a team of judges for my publisher and me and everything. We're putting it together. And we're going to choose as many as possible to include in my next book. This is really special for me because, man, y'all have some amazing stories and some amazing people in your life. And to have an opportunity to have their story told in print in a book that's going to be, international. That's just really special. It's a great opportunity. And these people are amazing people, and a lot of them aren't with us anymore. And their stories need to be told because they can really inspire and encourage others. And so I want you to write the story, write up the recipe, and I'll put the links for how you turn that in. There's a form online that you enter it all in. I'll put the links under this video, but just in case you're not watching this video on a platform where I can have links under it, just go to Google and type in "Make Your Grandma Famous Southern Plate," and try to get me those as soon as possible. There's a certain list of categories. There has to be a recipe that fits into one of those categories in order to fit into the book. So "Make Your Grandma Famous Southern Plate," and the deadline of those, I believe, is March 8th. So that's coming up very soon. 2 days, Sunday. So please get them in because I want to hear from you and really want your input, and I want you to be a part of this cookbook. I'm really excited to have this opportunity with my publisher. So please do that. Let's see, what else did I want to talk about today? I'm working on my book. It's due in 2 months. So in 2 months, I come up for air again. I'm still blogging and everything like that. I'm just a little more busy than usual, but I'm enjoying it. If you would, in addition to submitting your recipes, I'd just like your prayers for the book. That would be great. I always say that I want my books to have a purpose to them, and I want them to encourage people. And so I always say, God, if this book is only bought by 2 people, please let it be bought by the 2 people that it can actually do something for, that it can actually help. So I would appreciate that. I've had a lot of people asking me, if you follow me on Instagram, which I'm Southern Plate on Instagram, um, you might know that last week, or maybe it was last weekend, I was very surprised. I went to a conference and I won something very big. I actually won, and I've had people asking because I haven't posted more information. I just posted a picture of, oh my goodness, y'all aren't going to believe what I just won. I actually won a full-size slide-in KitchenAid oven. It's a really nice oven. I don't know, and here's why I haven't posted much about it. Well, let me tell you what happened first. So I'm sitting down, we're in the audience at it's a food blogger conference. And I was sitting right next to Stacy Little from Southern Bite. He's a good friend of mine, And I'm sitting there and they're drawing names for prizes, and they put a picture of that oven on the screen. And I turned to Stacy. I'm just gonna be honest with y'all, and I said, "Oh, Stacy, I wish I wasn't even here right now." And he said, "Why?" And I said, "I want that oven so bad. I just don't even want to be here when they're giving it away." And right next to the oven was a picture of a slow cooker, and they called my name. And I thought, okay. In my mind, I'm thinking they're giving this is it said prize package. So I'm thinking this is what KitchenAid has donated to give away. So they're going to draw the name for the slow cooker first, and then they'll draw the name for the oven. So I went up on stage. I smiled. They took my picture with the slow cooker. And I thought, oh, how nice. I want a slow cooker. That's really nice. And then I came back and I sat down. I thought, now we see who wins the oven. And as soon as I sat down, Stacy said, "Christy, you just won them both." And I said, "No, I didn't." And he said, "Yes, you just won them both." And I said, "No, I didn't." So like any good friend, I said, "You're lying." And I turned around and the woman behind me said, "No, you just won them both." And I still just kind of floored. And so I didn't realize it, and then a few minutes later, I looked and I got an email from the lady from KitchenAid congratulating me and telling me I had actually won them both. So then the whole rest of the conference, people were like, "Why weren't you more excited? Why weren't you?" And I said, "Well, I was excited that I won a slow cooker." I said, "I did not know I had won an oven. That was not the level of excitement that I would have exhibited had I've known." And I can't post anything about it because I don't really know anything about the oven yet. I don't really have any details other than it's one of those slide in kinds. Um, I think it's probably gas on the top, which I've got to have gas for into the house. I've never had a gas oven. But I asked my dad, I said, "How much does it cost to run gas to your house?" And Daddy said, "If you won the oven, you can afford to have gas run." I thought, well, I guess you're right. But I'm very excited. It's actually from their new line. And so they're not they haven't been produced yet. And so they're going to start coming off the line in the spring, she said. Excuse me. And as soon as that happens, I'll have more details and know a little more about what the oven is and everything. I just know it's a really nice one. So I'll let you know. I'm kind of, wow, I can't believe it. I can't pressure can. I have a glass top oven. And I know a lot of people do different things on glass top ovens you're not supposed to do. I cook with cast iron on mine all the time. Excuse me. But pressure canning is a little more of a risk. And so now to be able to pressure can meats and a lot of vegetables and soups and stews and things, I've never been able to pressure can before. So I'm really looking forward to that. Hoping I have better luck with my garden this year. Where we live, there's just not a lot of sun. And that is a problem when trying to grow food. And the first couple years, tomatoes just did great for me. But now the soil's just kind of petered out from growing tomatoes too many years in a row. And the trees have grown over even more. So we have less sun than we used to have. So this year, I'm just going to try onions and potatoes. I'm just going to try to grow as many onions and potatoes as I can, because those are two staples. I can save a lot of money if I grow those. If I end up with an abundance, there's all kinds of things I can do with them. I'm sorry to cough on y'all. The thing that I wish my granddaddy was an amazing gardener. I mean, he could look at the dirt and vegetables that spring forth. And he could grow anything. He gardened for my whole life. And it's just something that I was not interested in before he passed away. And so many times now I think, oh, if I could call Granddaddy, he could tell me how to do this. Granddaddy would know how to do this. So if any of y'all have any advice on growing vegetables in the shade, any kind of food that grows in the shade. And when I say shade, I mean, they have full sun. I would say maybe 4 hours a day. I can do that much. Other than that, it's filtered sun through leaves and things. Cutting trees down is not an option because we looked into that. And I've talked about this before. If you're hearing this again, I'm sorry. That's like a relationship. When you're married and you have to hear the same joke over and over and over and you have to laugh every time. You'll have to pretend you're interested. Bless you. But having trees cut down, we had it priced and it would be a couple $1,000s to have some trees cut down. And we've got some things we've got to have done on the house this year. Part of having a house is just constant maintenance. Wouldn't it be nice if you could buy a house and just have it stay in great shape and not have to put any more money in it after just buying it, you know? That would be nice. But, so I would love your gardening advice on anything that you think would grow well in the shade. I'm specifically looking for things that I can put up and preserve. I do grow things like spinach and turnip greens and stuff, but I'm the only one who eats those. And I love eating them fresh, and boy, I can eat them. But it's not a good. It doesn't make sense for me to grow more of those than I already do because no one eats them but me. So I just grow what I can eat. Um, anyway, I guess that's about it. Let's see what else is there. There was something else I wanted to tell you. Oh, this is, and this is, I guess I'm just kind of asking for your input all day long here today. I've struggled with something for years and I've not found a solution. Being deep in it for years, I've still not found a solution. And that's a good way to communicate with y'all every day. Used to I did that on Facebook. I would get up every morning, 4:30, and write a whole kind of like morning devotional. I really wrote it as kind of a morning pep talk for y'all. And there's over 120,000 people on my Facebook page. And used to, when I post something like that, just about everybody would see it. And it slowly dwindled to the point where one or 200 people were all that Facebook was showing that to. Um, so that's just not even, it's like the tiniest of a fraction. And it just got very discouraging after a while. And Facebook, it's like that. I posted several things yesterday, and one thing was shown to 800 people, one thing was shown to like 500 people, one thing was shown to like 5,000 people. It's just kind of a toss up. But even to do that, I have to pay. I've gotten to where I'll pay a couple dollars for every single thing I post, to try to get more of my Southern Plate family to be able to see it. And it's just kind of like I'm swimming upstream. I know I have now my email subscribers. That's that's my core audience right there. If you subscribe by email, thank you, because you are the people that I can actually communicate with. I can actually contact when I want to. And I send generally anywhere from 3 to 4 emails a week. I try not to send more. Now, I could communicate daily with you through email, and a lot of y'all have very graciously said that you would like that and that would be fine with you and you enjoy hearing from me. And I really appreciate you. But I don't want to do that to you. I'm glad that you'd let me come visit with you every day, but it would be rude of me to take you up on it and show up in your inbox every day. Eventually, you get tired of me. And I know inboxes are just getting to be a mess nowadays. I mean, with all the crazy spam and junk emails. So I really don't want to start sending daily emails. I don't really know any other way to talk with you every day. I wish there was something like Facebook, how it used to be, where I could log in and post something and y'all could talk to. Excuse me. Let me see right now. I'm going to go look to my Facebook page. If I was to post something right now, let me type in test, and I wanted it to reach my whole audience. Let's see. It would cost me, okay, this is actually gotten cheaper. If I was to post something and I wanted everybody who likes my page to see it, if even it's just good morning, it would cost me $300. So let's say I posted once a day and I wanted everybody to see it. That's $9,000 a month. I'd like to be somebody who made $9,000 a month. Wouldn't that be nice? And even if I was somebody who made $9,000 a month, I don't believe I would be handing it to Facebook with a smile and a thank you. So, I've just got that problem. I don't really know what to do. I used to have a forum on southernplate.com, but it turns out having a forum linked to your site, a forum is kind of like a series of doorways, and it's easier for hackers and things to get into your site when you have those doorways. And so that's why I ended up closing the forum, because I had too many of the bad guys trying to use all those doors and see if they could get into the site doing that. And so just for security reasons, I had to get rid of that. I do have a little place where I can put a quote every day on southernplate.com's homepage, but then people aren't going to remember to come to the page every day. So I don't know. I mean, that's just a struggle. I wish there was a way that I could talk to you every day. I wish there was a way that I could send you a little message every day that you just open if you need to open, or open if you've got a mind to. If you just think, you know what, I need a little encouragement today. And then you could open my little note and it would be like a little, a little keep your chin up. You got this. I would love to be able to do that every day, but it's just not possible right now. So if y'all know of a solution, let me know. I'm open. And I think that's about all I was going to share today. I was just wanting to chat with you a little bit. It's so weird because outside right now, it looks like our yard is completely covered in snow, but it's actually ice. We've been all over that yard walking and stuff, and there's no footprints anywhere because it's just solid ice. I know a lot of people are really tired of the winter. It has been a long winter, a very unusual winter for us. Usually this is shorts weather by now. But I can tell you, I've enjoyed having my family home. It's been nice. And it sure is pretty looking outside and seeing all that white. It's a rare treat for us. So I've enjoyed that. Um, and it reminds me of how grateful I am that we have a warm house and food and, just having a nice warm haven for my kids to be raised in. I really appreciate that. So this winter has been a good reminder of a lot of things that we have to be grateful for. So anyway, that's about it. I guess I'm just done chatting with y'all. Zoe, come here, sweetie. Come here. I'm actually sitting in my bedroom today because I couldn't come up with a place to go because the whole family's home and everybody's in every room. So this is probably the only place in my house that I haven't painted yellow yet. And every now and then Ricky will say, we should paint the bedroom. And I'll say, oh, I can pick out a shade of yellow. He's like, that's okay. I have different shades of yellow in my kitchen and in my living room. When we first moved here, one of the first things I did, like the first week, is I waited till Ricky went to work and I spent all day. I booked it and I got that kitchen painted yellow and bright and pretty. And then I hid all the evidence to see if he noticed when he came home. He did notice, but the kids pointed it out to him first. So, and why do I do yellow? Yellow it's not my favorite color, but royal blue is my favorite color. I know y'all are just sitting there thinking, what's your favorite color? This matters to people, right? I'm being sarcastic. But yellow is bright and cheerful and sunshine. And so I like to be surrounded with yellow. And it really does help, you got to do these little things to cheer yourself up. There's little things that bring you joy that are within your control. And you got to make sure you reach for those every day. Another thing that I want to just mention, the world is crazy. There's mean people there. There's bitter people. There's people who go out of their way to be unkind. And when you go out in that world every day, they're waiting on you. And as soon as they see you, they're going to kick you and punch you and have their go at you. And so don't let them be the first people you give your day to. You get up and you ground yourself and you decide where you are going to root yourself. And the soil that you root yourself in is going to determine how you grow and how you live your life. So that's why I get up so early. Every day I try to just say, okay, God, I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a purpose. And you're the one in control of that purpose. And you're the one that I'm going to live for. And I'm not going to be sidetracked by somebody who decides to come and be hateful. I'm not going to be sidetracked by people who are bitter or angry. I might try to show them that there's a better way, but I'm not going to let them suck me down into who they've decided to be. I'm not going to let them suck me into that. And it's just very important that we don't let the world have first dibs on those first moments of our day, because that's a guaranteed way for you to get completely off track. Come here, sweetie. I want you to say hi, sweetie. I'm sorry, I was petting her. Sweetie, come here. Come here. I want you to say hi. Come here, baby. This is my little sweetie dog. Oh, now Zoe's coming. Hey, Zoe, you want to say hi too? Yes. Oh, goodness, I'm going to get all kinds of loving. There's Zoe. Yes? Okay, now, oh, goodness, now we've turned into a dog festival. Yes, we have. I love my babies. Yes, I do. Okay, so anyway, and that's all I wanted to say today. This has been a kind of an impromptu video, but I did somewhat fix my hair for you. Thank you for spending this time with me. And I am going to get to your questions as soon as I'm able. Like I said, I've only got March and April until I'm done with my book and I turn it in. And then I want to start bringing you more things, more recipes, more helpful tips, more chat videos, more encouragement, things that just lift you up and make your life a little nicer, you know? We are here to lift each other up. We are here to encourage each other. And that's what I want to do. I want to bring more smiles and more joy into your life. Maybe not by me personally showing up and bringing it, but by helping you just to think, oh, wow, maybe helping call attention to it. Y'all lift me up. I want to lift you up. So that's what friends do. I love you, and I hope you have a great day. And I'll see you on southernplate.com. Thanks. Bye-bye.